thankful for what?
Last day for lift class.
The last day for
What?
I think he's saying he's thankful for kids class.
He said the
Oh,
last day for kids class.
The last day.
another day of kids class.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, got you. Well, good to hear that. Okay, who's next, Ezekiel? Who do you want to go next?
Jaya.
Jada! Jada, you're up. Break it down for us, sister. What are you thankful for?
Thankful for that we got to have the fruit of the that we got to have the feast of the first fruits and that we got to get together and make and show our love for each other.
Oh, Jada, nice. I'm pretty sure we all were very grateful too to be a part of the unity and all that good food because it was banging, wasn't it? It was all good, wasn't it? Very good. Okay, Jada, who would you like to go next? A child.
Soraya.
Shariah. Okay, Shariah, what are you thankful for?
I was doing my due today and I had to put on my dress and I did eat and I fall and I hurt my leg.
So what I think I heard you say was you were thankful that you were able to get up and that you had clothes to put on your body and that the scripture said just woman falls but a righteous woman gets up, and that's what you did today. Is that what you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, nice. And you're thankful to the Most High for that, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, nice. Well, very good. Well, thank you for sharing. Who would you like to go next? Aslan? Okay, Aslan, tell us what you're thankful for. What are you thankful for, Aslan?
For doing kids class every time.
Oh, you thankful for kids class? Yay! Yes, we're very thankful for kids class too. Who would you like to go next?
Kylie.
You want Kylie to go next? Okay, Kylie, you're up.
I'm thankful for Tabernacle coming up and another kids class.
Yes, very good. You are thinking already ahead for our next High Holy Week and feast of weeks of days of feasting, huh? Time. All right, Kylie, who would you like to go next?
Caleb.
Who?
Caleb.
Caleb. Okay, Caleb, you're up. What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for I can see Dad doing his soldier test.
Very nice. Yeah. That's awesome. You're going to do that next too, aren't you?
Yes, Mom.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
You better.
Okay, Caleb, who would you like to go next?
Elijah.
Elijah, tell us.
I'm thankful that we got pure. The first fruits, and I'm thankful that I had a good time that day too.
Nice. Very good. It was definitely a good time. Lots of food, unity, love. Spirit was on point. It was very, very nice. And Bryce, that leaves you. What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for experiencing the Feast of First Fruits for the first time.
Nice.
Everybody.
Nice. Well, good. Of course, we're happy to have you all, and we're definitely glad that you enjoyed it, and that you're looking forward to many more of them. I'm sure, right? As well as we are too. Okay, Sister Lakeisha,
Oh, I'm just thankful for today.
you're thankful for today. Awesome. And Sister Fontanaya.
I'm as well thankful for the Feast of First Fruits and being in unity with everyone. I'm also thankful for the kids department, coming up with these classes and teaching
organize some stuff. And I'm really, really thankful for the field trips that we had and that we're gonna have in the future. For the kids, class.
Con.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was thinking about that this morning, what our June field trip is going to be. So con. Yes, ma'am. All right, Sister Para.
I'm thankful that I have my mother-in-law because she's helping me watch the kids while I'm able to come to class.
Nice.
Because if not, I will not be here for the next 2-3 weeks.
Con. Absolutely. Sister Anaya.
I'm thankful for you all children and being able to be a part of you all's growth and being able to teach you all and you learning. Because our children, I want y'all to know that you all are next generation of leaders that are being brought up to show those that are lost. So being a part of it and watching you all grow, I'm very thankful. It's a blessing to see y'all grow in spirit and grow in age, grow in wisdom. I'm very thankful for that, and for my sisters, because me and Para had to do collard greens. Very out of our comfort zone, never done before, and being able to be like, Abadiah, Shira, what are we doing? You know, without being like a chicken without, what is it, how do they call it? A chicken with no head.
Yeah.
I was just calling sisters and sisters checking up on us, see how everything's going, reminding us how to do the greens, because we have to remember, I had to remember, cooking isn't what, when I'm cooking, where we're cooking for a feast, we're not cooking for ourselves, we're cooking for you all. We're cooking for our brothers, we're cooking to serve our brothers, our sisters, our children. So it's like, okay, woo, tricky, but it went great.
I'm thankful for pretty much basically everything you all just said too. The unity is of course always good. The ability to be around each other, to serve, to share in our moments, our struggles, to be there to support each other, to lean on each other. That's always very refreshing because we don't have that in the world. So to know that someone can either understand what you're going through or be there to comfort you through the use of scriptures and experience is always a blessing, and I'm very grateful for that. Because without it, I'd probably be sinking, you know, in this world, this cesspool called the world. And so the Most High's got us here where we're not drowning, and we have each other as life rafts and support to keep us above, you know, this wicked world that we live in, that we have to be in. So I'm definitely very grateful for that. Okay, what's next, Kylie?
The 10 Commandments.
The 10 Commandments. So we're missing a reader. Noah's not here, but is it Caleb that does our first? Do you have your Bible?
No.
What? You need to tell me you are not prepared? That's not good. Dun, dun, dun.
Where do
Okay.
we go for the 10 Commandments, kids?
Yes. Where do we go? Jada.
Exodus chapter 2.
Exodus what?
Exodus chapter 2, verse 3.
Not
two.
chapter 2. Where do we go, Kylie?
Exodus 20, verse 3.
That's where we go. Okay, Caleb, are you there yet?
Can one of our bigger brothers help him
Yeah,
out?
let's go ahead and have Elijah put us in Exodus. And Elijah, if you don't mind. Is he ready? Okay, go ahead.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 3. Thou shalt not have other gods before me.
Very good. Okay, Elijah, please pick us up and
Exodus chapter 20, verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything
that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and shewing mercy unto thousands of them that love me, and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
Very good. Thank you, Elijah. All right, children. So today we are going to talk about something that we all deal with. But before we go into talking about emotions, let's recap. What are we going to recap, Ezekiel? What do we do? What do we do before we talk about our class?
Uh-oh. Ezekiel doesn't have his thinking cap on. Who does?
Jada.
We say our Hebrew
The
letters.
Hebrew letters. Does everybody have their thinking caps on? Con.
Let's put them on real quick.
Yeah,
Everybody,
let's-
come on.
let's
Let's
put
get
'em
up.
on. Make
Let's
sure-
put them on.
Just make sure
Okay.
you tie it on. Tie it on nice and tight.
Do you got your listening ears too?
Oh yeah.
I don't see them. I don't see. Remember, we gotta put it to where the Most High, your angels, can see it. Put them on. Put them on. Good
Cap
job.
on. Listening, check. Cap on. Listening ears on. Check. All right. Okay. Okay. Who can, by a show of hands, and I will call on you, who can tell me what this is? Caleb. Ah. And what does it stand for?
Cattle.
Cattle. Very good.
Good job, Caleb.
Who can tell me what this one is? Kylie. Bob. Very good. And what does it stand for? House. Very good. Who can tell me what this one is? Jada. What is it? Try again. God. Very good. And tell me what it stands for. What is it?
You got it, Jada. You got it. You can pick inside your thinking cap.
Pop
Go
the,
in there.
pop the thinking cap. Maybe it'll jar it and it'll come to your memory. Let's see. Moo. Moo. What says moo? Moo. Moo.
Amalaya, Keisha just likes to do those ones.
Cattle. Cattle. Okay, what is it again? Cattle. What's the letter? Ga. And what does it stand for? Cattle. Very good. Elijah.
Da,
Da. And what does it stand for?
camel?
It is camel.
Oh, you should just, was
My
there
glasses. Did you say camel? I don't know how to make a camel noise. I thought it said camel. Isn't there a cattle?
Cattle is
Oh, okay,
Yeah, camel is a lot.
okay, alright. Bryce,
That's ha.
ha, very good, and that's unknown. And then, what about this one, Ezekiel? Do you need a help? You need someone to help you? You can call someone to help you. Who do you want to help? No, you gotta get one of them. You want who? Elijah to help you? Elijah, you can help him with the first, well, yeah, you can help him. Za. I was like, first letter is za. Okay, alright, it's, did you hear your brother? Za. And what does it stand for? Za. Nope, not house. We already did house. Weapon. Weapon. Alright, so what is this again, Ezekiel? Okay, but what's the letter? Za. I want you to say it again. Okay, and what does it stand, what is the word, the letter? Za. Take your finger out your mouth so you can pronounce it correctly. In class, let's help Ezekiel. This is Za. And what does it stand for? Weapon. Okay. Alright, and then our last one here for the week today. Elijah? Ha. Can we say that together? Ha. Not k, but ha. Can you make it, can you make your tongue do that? Ha.
Like if you're choking.
Yeah, like you're, yeah, like you're pouring up a boogie. Ha. There you go. And this one's unknown. Yes.
You forgot.
Which one?
Wa.
Did we do one?
The Y.
Yeah, okay, we did do that. Okay. Who knows this? Let's say it together. Wa. And what does it stand for? Caleb?
Walk and stop.
No. Wa stands for Elijah. Is this one that has two?
No.
Isn't it
Okay, no.
Wawa.
Huh?
Hook.
Hook, yeah.
What
Yeah, you can't say it after he said it.
Alright, everybody. This one is again. Wa. And what does it stand for?
Hook.
Hook. Okay. What was the new one we just learned?
Ha.
Not like you're throwing up, but like, yeah. Ha. Okay, very good. Today we're going to talk about something that all of us deal with. We're going to talk about emotions. Anybody know what emotions are? Jada, what are emotions?
Emotions are things we're not supposed to do.
No, not necessarily not supposed to do.
Emotions are things you feel like.
Well, yes, they're things you feel. Exactly. Now, we're going to talk about emotions. It's not wrong to have those feelings and to show emotions. It only becomes wrong when we decide to make certain choices under those emotions. Yes, Sister Para.
I have a definition of emotion.
Ooh, we got a definition. Okay.
It's a conscious mental reaction, such as anger or fear, subjectively experienced as strong feeling, usually directed toward a specific object and typically accompanied by psychological and behavioral changes in the body.
Okay, so that's a bit much for you guys, but basically what that's saying is if something, and Caleb and Ezekiel, I need you to turn around and listen, please. If something happens and you experience an emotion, does that emotion take over? So if you get really sad, and we'll talk about this a little bit further, not to keep just a second, Sister Asheray. If we get sad, do we let that sadness just cover us completely? If we get sad, say for instance our puppy dies. We have a favorite puppy and the puppy, it dies. Are we so sad that we can't be happy anymore ever? Should we be that way?
No.
Jada, should we be that way if our puppy dies? No. We can be sad for a time, but not forever, so that nothing makes us happy, nothing makes us smile, nothing makes us joyful. That's when your emotion takes over you, okay? So we don't allow the emotions to control us. Sister Asharaya, did you have a comment?
Yeah, I was gonna ask any of the kids if they seen the movie Inside Out. Inside Out is the movie with all of the different emotions that you have.
Yes.
You remember it?
So that's what we're going to touch on today, but before we go deeper into the topic, let's talk about our memory verse. Bryce, can you please pull from me Proverbs chapter 25, verse 28. And of course, this is going to go in line with our class today. We're going to read Proverbs 25, 28. You can read, yes, sir.
Proverbs chapter 25, verse 28. He that hath no rule over his own spirit, is like a city that is broken down and without walls.
Wow. Okay, so let's kind of break this down a little bit. Thank you, Bryce. We all know what a city is, right? Okay, let's say we have the city, and then back in the day, long, long time ago, back in Jesus' time, in the apostles' time, cities were surrounded by walls. What did those walls do? Kylie? The walls protected the city. Very good. Now, if the walls were broken down or the city had no walls, what could happen to the city? Caleb? It could break down. Elijah, could you tell us what could happen to the city if there were no walls, or if there were like a bunch of broken holes or holes in the walls?
They will get attacked and destroyed.
It can get attacked. It can get attacked. So the walls, like Kylie said, the walls are a protection. Okay, so think of your mind, your body, as the city. Okay? And we definitely want to protect ourselves, right? So anytime we let our emotions take over us, are we being protected, or are we leaving ourselves open to be attacked? Kylie? We're leaving ourselves open to be attacked. So our memory verse today, once again, is Proverbs 25, 28. And it says again, he that hath no rule over his own spirit, his mind, is like a city that is broken down and without walls. So easily attacked. Okay, so let's remember that. And like I just said, cities use the walls for protection, and if those walls were broken down, it meant anyone could get in, anyone could attack all the people in the city, and they would be left without protection. Yes, Kylie?
It's like it was a Puss in Boots song, and it was mostly that had walls, and the Puss in Boots had broken walls.
That's true. Yep. Now, how do you look when you are surprised? Does anyone know how they look? Have you ever looked at yourself? You get surprised, right? Nobody's like literally standing in front of a mirror, right? But could you imagine what your face looks like if you were surprised? Very good, Jada. That's a very good look. Anybody show them your look. Mouth open, eyes wide. Yeah, that's the look of surprise. Because that can be an emotion. Now, does your heart beat fast? Maybe your eyes, like Jada's eyes were wide open. You start sweating when you're surprised. If you're in your room and you're like on your video games, boys, or you're watching TV and you're like really into it, and somebody busts open the door.
Oh, wow.
And you're like, what? And you look surprised and your eyes are wide open and your mouth is open and you're like, you think something's wrong, right? You're kind of shocked. You're scared. Your heart can be beating fast. Well, those are emotions, guys, okay? So, we're going to do a little craft thingy here. And then the older boys back there, they have these balls that have emotions on them. We're going to give you an opportunity to put emotions on these faces, okay? They're blank. But I'm going to read some things to you, and Sister Para is going to pass out all these little thingies here, and these are the eyes. And Asharai, if you want to help too, you can. They all need eyes, so you all are each going to have eyes, a nose, a mouth to show your emotions, because just like Jada showed the mouth wide open, we're going to also look at emotions, maybe not being surprised, maybe being sad, or maybe being angry, okay? And while you all are doing that, I'm going to read some scriptures, okay? And I'm also going to read some emotions. And those are the emotions you're going to kind of put on your face. And then we'll glue them down so that you guys can have those to take home. All right? Now, the first scripture I want to read, and Elijah, you can help with this. Elijah and Bryce. The first scripture I want to read is 1 Peter chapter 4, verses 12.
Con. Want me to read it?
Yes.
1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you.
Okay, great. So remember we talked about being surprised. So, Jada, tell me a time when you were surprised.
So I was playing with my toys,
Mm-hmm.
and no, it was this morning. I was
You were
sleeping.
sleeping, okay.
Oya, she came in my room and bust open my door,
Uh-huh.
and I woke up and I was like, oh my goodness, he scared me.
Were you surprised? Now, let me ask you, was that a good surprise or was that a bad surprise?
In the middle.
In the middle? But it was your sister, she was not crying, she wasn't hurt, she was just coming into your room to wake you up, huh? So
Yeah.
could that be a good surprise? Because you were surprised to see her, but there was nothing bad, no danger or anything, right? Okay, so there's different kind of surprises. What if that building caught on fire next door to us? And we turn around and we look and we see the roof is on fire. We'd be surprised, right? Our eyes would be open wide. We'd be a little nervous because it's literally right across the street from us, right? So we would be a little surprised. But that scripture that Elijah just read, if we're over here in the school and that building's on fire, Elijah, read your scripture.
1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing unto you.
So we're over here. Who's protecting and watching us?
The-
Class?
The Most High.
Class?
The Most High.
The Most High is protecting and watching us, isn't he?
Con.
He's got us. Now, fortunately, if that building was on fire and we saw it, we'd be able to get out in enough time. We could go out the back door, so we wouldn't be in danger. But the Most High is protecting us. But let's not think it not strange when things do happen, even if they don't happen to us. We can be surprised, good or bad. Okay, Elijah, read verse 13.
Verse 13. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Christ's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
Yes, so while that building's not our building, what if our building did catch on fire? We still have the protection of the Most High, right?
Con.
And he could get us another building, right?
Con.
And we would be very thankful and grateful that, that we have the Most High looking out for us, right?
Con.
So my next one is anger. Which one of you can show me what an angry face looks like? Angry. Ooh, Ezekiel, I like that angry face. Ezekiel put on that with the muscles and everything. Okay, Ezekiel, when was the last time you got angry?
Ooh.
buying that.
Fighting back?
By
My-
fighting Dad.
Oh, fighting dad?
Con.
Okay,
He
you was
always
angry.
bite me.
Oh, he bites you?
Bite.
Oh, fight you. Oh, okay. And you were angry when he did that?
Yeah, man.
Okay, so let me see your angry face again. You was angry, huh? Was it a good angry or was it a bad angry? It was a good angry. Okay, have you ever been angry that was bad? Sometimes.
Yeah, man.
Let's see, can we talk about something that recently happened? That could have made you a little angry? Did something happen recently with fire yesterday?
Oh, with the
Were you a little angry?
yeah, man.
Yes. Did you do the fire?
They love
Caleb did the fire. Did you get in trouble?
yeah, man.
Yeah. So were you a little angry that you got in trouble even though you didn't start the fire?
Not really.
Not really. You weren't angry with your brother?
No, man.
No? Okay. Well, guess what? Even though you weren't angry with him, you should have, because that was not right for him to do that. Class, would it have been right for someone else to start a fire and you got in trouble for it?
Llama.
No. Yeah. So you could have been angry and that would have been a good angry too, because he knows better not to play with fire. And you should have told him, brother, don't play with fire.
Yeah, man.
Yes, okay, all right. Bryce, could you read Ephesians 4:26 and 27? Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26 and 27.
4 and
26 and 27.
Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. Neither give a place to the devil.
Okay, so this one is talking about like being like a bad angry, or being angry with someone, and when you're angry, Caleb, when you're angry, and that's an emotion, right? what can that anger also cause you to do?
Trouble.
You can get in trouble, but what else can it cause you to do if you're angry? Say, for instance, you were mad at your brother Elijah for starting the fire yesterday, and instead of you just being angry and then getting over it, you go into his room and you tear up his PS4.
Ooh.
Would that be good or bad?
Bad.
That'd be bad. You destroyed something that didn't belong to you, right? Now, even though that's not a sin, is that acceptable? Is that acceptable for you to destroy something that doesn't belong to you? No, it's not. Is it a good thing to destroy someone else's property? La-ah. But sometimes when we're angry, we can do things that are not good, right? And that's what the Bible is telling us we're not supposed to do. We're not supposed to sin when we're angry. It's okay to be angry or upset over something, but it shouldn't cause you to do an action that would bring the Most High to judge you or to be upset with you for your action. Okay? So we can be angry, but we're not supposed to sin. And then the scripture also says that we're not supposed to let the sun go down in our wrath. So if we're angry with someone, our brother, our sister, moms, dads, should the sun go down and we're still angry with them, or should we make peace?
Peace.
Class, should we make peace? Yes, we should make peace and not take that anger, which is an emotion, we shouldn't take that to bed with us, okay? We're supposed to shake it off and not be angry, okay? All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is sadness. Who in here has ever been sad? Bryce, you've been sad? Give us an experience what made you sad. And what was your facial expression like when you were sad?
Let's see, Bryce, I
You
can't
can
see
that
Let's see
facial
it.
expression.
Come on, Bryce, you got this.
I mean, I've been sad a couple times, but I can't really remember a specific.
You didn't look at yourself. Okay, well, you may not have looked at yourself, but you've seen other people sad before. Have you ever seen your mom sad? Okay, what did her face look
Like, kind of droopy.
like? Okay, now show us.
Like,
Okay, there you go. He smiles a lot, he can't even that's good that you smile a lot. Yeah, the sadness, your eyes might droop, your smile that used to be up like this is now down, right? So you guys put a frowny mouth on your picture that you have. Because I want you guys to be putting these emotions on your picture too. So the little sad face, like this, like here's the sad mouth. Like that. This is happy. This is happy. This is sad. Okay? So whenever we've been sad before, that's another emotion. Everyone knows what sadness is. Okay? Now, when we have those emotions, like we've talked about the anger and the surprise, the same thing with the sadness. Elijah, read 1 Peter 5:7.
5 and 7?
Yes.
First Peter chapter 5 verse 7. Casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you.
Yes. Who's he? Elijah? Yahushai. Don't we all get sad sometimes, don't we? Do you think Yahushai was ever sad? Khan. He was. Who do you think Yahushai went to when he was sad? Elijah?
Yahweh.
He went to his father. So when we get sad, Ezekiel, have a seat. When we get sad, who are we supposed to go to? Caleb, who do you go to when you get sad?
Our parents.
Your parents. Kylie, who do you go to when you get sad?
My parents.
Your
That didn't sound so, so.
You sound very
That
confident.
did, yeah, you did not sell me, my little sister,
Wow. Okay.
on that.
Kylie, who do you go to when you get sad?
My parents.
Your parents. There you go. That sounds a lot better there. I'm glad you do that. Okay. So, well, we all get sad every once in a while, right? The last time you were sad, did you keep your sadness on? Your sad face, your sad frown on your face? The sad emotion, did you keep it a long time?
No,
No. Why did you not keep it a long time?
because it wasn't important.
It wasn't what?
It wasn't important.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't important? Okay. So did you shook it off, Kylie?
Yeah.
You did? Okay, that's good. That's what we're supposed to do with all these emotions. We're not supposed to let them take over us. Did you have a question, Kayla? Yes.
Well, I get sad, I calm down.
When you get sad, you calm down? You do? Well, that's good. Sadness is not supposed to be something that we keep on, just like anger is not supposed to be something we keep. And then this next one we're gonna go over, thank you, Elijah. The next one we're gonna go over in just a second, but casting all your cares upon him because he careth for you. Whenever you're sad, there's a situation that's happened, children, and we always need to go to our parents, and we always can go to Yahweh Shai, because he tells us in the scriptures that we're supposed to cast our cares. Whatever you're worried about, whatever you're sad about, you can always talk to him about it, and he can help you overcome that. The next one is something that's really, really, really attacking kids your age, older, and adults. And it's something that's called anxiety. Do you guys know what anxiety is? You never experienced anxiety before? Sister Farah, could you look up a definition for the word anxiety? Have you ever been really nervous when you bite your fingernails? Does anybody bite their fingernails in here?
Nope.
Oh, Brother Locke bites his fingernails. Elijah, what do you do?
I cut my fingernail.
You bite your fingernails? Okay. Ezekiel, what do you do?
By my finger.
You bite your fingernails too? Sister Parah, tell us what anxiety is.
So it is a feeling of worry, intense, excessive, or persistent, and fear about everyday situations, fast heart rate, rapid breathing, sweating, feeling tired, made of heart.
Oh boy. Okay, so
I also have nervousness or unease.
yes. So, you know, when you bite your fingernails, that means you're nervous about something or you're uneasy about something. Yes, Sister Acharaya?
I have some symptoms.
Okay,
Things
tell us
in
some
my
symptoms.
body. So a churning feeling in your stomach, feeling lightheaded or dizzy, pins and needles pricking you, feeling restless or unable to sit still, headaches, backaches, pains, faster breathing, and sweating and hot flashes.
Wow.
And a irregular heartbeat.
Wow. That is something that anxiety, Ezekiel, can cause your body to do. You said you bite your fingernails, okay? A lot of people bite their fingernails because they can be anxious or they can be worried about something or feel uneasy. And that is something that a lot of people struggle with today, young and old, okay? So be careful about what you're worried about, okay? What you're giving yourself over to and you're thinking about, because it can cause you to become anxious. Now, Sister Asharaya, can you read for us Philippians 4 and 6? Philippians 4, 6.
Let's cheer her on. Oh no, she's having anxiety.
Uh-oh, she's nervous. Wow, she's having anxiety. Did she find it? Elijah, you can go ahead and find it. Uh-oh, Elijah find it. Elijah found it for her. Okay. Philippians 4:6.
Who being in the form of Yahweh.
No.
Philippians 4, sorry, I'm so sorry. And 6, be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto the Lord.
All right, so, does anybody know what that scripture means? Be careful for nothing. Jada, are you listening? Okay. Be careful for nothing. Kylie, do you know what that means?
No.
No? Elijah?
Kind of.
Tell us what you think it means.
What I think it means when it says be careful for nothing, it doesn't really mean don't be careful, but you still gotta be vigilant, but like sometimes you gotta have faith and just walk. Like
That's
a
good.
good example is we have to have faith when we're eating food because we don't know how it's pork or not. So we're just having faith and eating it.
Right. But if you have the opportunity to look at the ingredients, you want to do that. And that's being careful. But we're not supposed to walk around and think, oh my gosh, everything is going to fall apart around us, or anything we eat is going to kill us, or because who ultimately is taking care of us and watching over us? Who, class? Let's say it together because we all believe in him.
The Most High.
Exactly. So instead of worrying and being anxious and biting your fingernails and pulling your hair that some people do, and they shake and their hearts beat really fast because they don't control anything, what we should be doing is praying and making supplication to the Most High, because he's definitely the one that's taking care of us. And he also hears that. He hears us praying to him, asking him to watch over us and to protect us, okay? So the facial expression I was thinking about for anxiety is like this, like, that would have been the facial expression I would have thought of an anxious person. You can do that with your little mouthpiece. Yeah, that person is like, yeah, I don't know.
I did this.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, here's another one, and this one sometimes gets me. It's fear. Who knows what a facial expression looks like for fear? Shariah, you know what a facial expression looks like for fear? You ever been scared?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah? Let me see your facial expression for scared.
Let me see, Shariah.
Do it for your face.
Show us your face.
Let me see your fear face. Okay. Oh, she's got the wide open mouth. I was thinking like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I look like when I'm scared like that. Yes, Kylie? Oh yeah, Kylie's got those little squiggly like this. Kylie did this for fear. So who's ever been fearful? I think we've all been fearful. Who's ever been afraid of falling when you're skating?
I like this.
Yeah. Give me another example of fear. Elijah?
Another example of fear would be, I'll use myself for an example.
Uh-huh.
When I first went skating, my very first time, I did not want to let go of the rails.
Yeah. For fear of the top floor, and you look out the window, and you see everybody on the ground looks really, really small. And you're like, oh my God, what if somebody pushes me out the window?
Not really
That's
big.
scary. Kylie, what have you ever been scared of?
Well, when on my birthday, when I used to celebrate birthdays, on my birthday we went to bounce bounce, and it was like a little, and the building was high, and I went like across the little thing, and I was in the air, and at first I was hesitant to go on because like at the bottom everybody was small, because I was at the top, and there was like little things that was shaking that I walked on, and one time when we was at main event, it was something like that, but those were really like different and shaky.
Right, but you were scared of falling, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So fear is something that we can experience. I think that might be a facial expression for fear. Yeah, that scariness, that again your heart racing. 2 Timothy 1:7, it says, "For God hath not given us the spirit of fear."
Ooh, you hear that, children? Pay
For God-
attention.
For
Pay
God hath
attention.
not given us the spirit of fear. This is 2 Timothy 1:7. But he gives us the spirit of power and love and a sound mind.
Whoa.
So if we get up on a tall building and we're outside on the roof, are we gonna be afraid that we're gonna fall? If the Most High didn't give us the spirit of fear?
No.
La. We're gonna use what? Are we gonna use power, love, or a sound mind?
The sound mind.
What are we gonna use, Jada?
We're going to use faith.
We're gonna use faith, but
Okay.
what we're gonna use instead of fear, are we gonna use power, love, or a sound mind?
Sound mind.
A sound mind. Who knows what a sound mind is? Does anybody know what a sound mind is? Bryce, do you know what a sound mind is?
A sound mind is like someone like if you have control over your thoughts.
Ooh,
That's good.
right.
Stable
I like
thinking
that.
person, maybe? Yeah, that's a person with a sound mind. Somebody who thinks realistically and not like, like your cartoon Marvel character, like Captain America or something like that. You don't really have special powers. But your mind is powerful, but you don't have like a cape or anything like that. So you would use the spirit of a sound mind. So if we were on a rooftop, are we gonna try to fall off the rooftop or jump off the rooftop to get to the bottom, or are we gonna use the elevators to go back down?
Elevators.
That's the spirit of a sound mind, right? So that's what we want to do. So, there are many things that may happen that can cause us to experience emotions, and we talked about several of those emotions today, right, children? What did we talk about? What emotions did we talk about today?
Sad.
Sadness,
Fear.
fear,
Anxiety.
anxiety, anger, yes, and happiness. We talked about all of those emotions. Now, are any of those emotions bad?
Nah.
No, they're not bad. They're not bad at all. We all experience all of those emotions. But what is bad about those emotions, Bryce?
What are the emotions?
What is bad about those emotions? Even though we all experience those emotions, what is bad about those emotions?
If we let them take control of us.
If we let them take control of us, what does it mean to let the emotions take control? I want to make sure everybody understands, because we all experience these emotions. What does it mean to let the emotions take control of you?
Are you asking me?
Yes,
If-
I'm asking you.
If you let it, how do I say this? If you let it dwell on you for a long period of time.
Okay, and then what happens? What happens if that emotion just stays on you? What if you just keep that emotion of anger? Then what can that cause you to do?
Sin.
It cause you to sin. If you're sad all the time, what can that emotion cause you to do? It can cause you to sin. Like, if you're so sad and you're overwhelmed by sadness, you might distance yourself from people and become isolated. And then if you become isolated and you're just by yourself all the time, are you getting help from people or are you just staying to yourself? You're staying to yourself, right? It can also cause you to hurt yourself. A lot of people, when they're really sad all the time, they do things to themselves, right, Caleb? What kind of things do they do to themselves, Caleb?
Get mad.
When they're sad,
You go to your parents.
so you're not listening. You're too busy talking. So I said, if a person gets sad and they keep that sad emotion on them, what can it cause them to do?
Leave it.
They'll keep it on them, but is it good to stay sad, or should you shake it off, talk to someone, and have that emotion go away?
Have them talk to someone and shake it off.
And shake it off, that's right. What about the happy emotion? Is that a good one or a bad one, Ezekiel?
So what?
It's a good one. Do we wanna always be happy?
Yeah, that.
Yes, we always wanna be happy, yes, we do, we definitely always wanna be happy. So, we can let our emotions, we can have these emotions, and they're okay to have, but we just don't want to keep the bad emotions on us, okay? We don't wanna make those emotions a part of who we are, okay? Does everyone understand? Okay, good. So let's finish putting, we can make our faces here. Let's go ahead and do that, but before we do, I guess we can wrap up and say shalom. Okay, instead of prayers, yes, instead of prayers, and then you all can finish your emotion faces and take them home, okay? So Elijah and Bryce, you'll lead us in prayer.
Abanawa,
Abanawa,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Kodash,
Kodash,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Shemka,
Shemka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Malakuthka,
Malakuthka,
Saba'a,
Saba'a,
Ratzaika,
Ratzaika,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Ba'aratza,
Ba'aratza,
Kawa,
Kawa,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Bashemayim,
Bashemayim,
Nethalanawa,
Nethalanawa,
Lacham,
Lacham,
Ko,
Ko,
Yuwan,
Yuwan,
Wasalachnawa,
Wasalachnawa,
Hawawathnawa,
Habawathnawa,
Kasalachnawa,
Kasalachnawa,
Habawathinawa,
Habawathinawa,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Gabianawa,
Gabianawa,
Banasaiwan,
Banasaiwan,
Abo,
Abo,
Abishina,
Abishina,
Mayam,
Mayam,
Rai,
Rai,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Laka,
Laka,
Hamalakwa,
Hamalakwa,
Wa'alam,
Wa'alam,
Wathapara,
Wahatapara,
Wa'awilamya,
Wa'awilamya,
Aman.
Aman.
Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name,
Thy kingdom
Thy kingdom come.
thy kingdom come,
Thy will be done.
thy will be done
On earth.
on earth
As it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
Our daily bread.
our daily bread,
And forgive us.
and forgive us
Our debt.
our debts,
As we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation.
into temptation,
But deliver us.
but deliver us
From evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom,
Power and glory.
power and glory,
Forever.
forever.
Amen.
Amen. Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'asham,
Ba'asham,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Barak, Lano,
Rakanawa,
Wayashrala,
Wayashrala,
Wahhabiyat,
Wahhabiyat,
Sephorian.
Sephorian,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'asham,
Ba'asham,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Barak, Lano,
Rakanawa,
Wayashrala,
Wayashrala,
Wahhabiyat,
Wahhabiyat,
Sephorian.
Sephorian,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'asham,
Ba'asham,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Barak, Lano,
Rakanawa,
Wayashrala,
Wayashrala,
Wahhabiyat,
Wahhabiyat,
Sephorian.
Sephorian,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'asham,
Ba'asham,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Barak, Lano,
Rakanawa,
Wayashrala,
Wayashrala,
Wahhabiyat,
Wahhabiyat,
Sephorian.
Sephorian.
Circle up. Mnerja, Amaja, Bra, Haba, Chanel, Shai,
Go ahead, guys.
Kumnashrala, Kumnashrala,
Kumnashrala.
Kumnashrala. So I face the sisters.
Why are you looking at me?
Srina Tadar Zion, Mirza, Amaja, Barak, Yahushua Bashim Yahushai.
Yahweh Shema, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, children, let's say shalom.